Can you hear us good?
Yeah. All right. Can
I
y'all
was
hear
hoping
me
everything
in the
was good
chat?
on our end.
Y'all can go ahead and talk about your channel and all that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Eastern Girl. Go ahead.
Make me go first.
Ladies first.
Well, my channel's. uh,
Go ahead.
I am. Just give me a minute. Well, before it was Ghost Girl Paranormal Adventure, but just went ahead and changed it because doing more, whatever, it could be a little bit of paranormal, be adventure, whatever we decide to put out there.
Right.
So let me do something. There we go.
Well, too, also, on our channels, at first when we came out with YouTube, our channels, we wanted to actually be together, in this, and but then again, after a period of time, I thought, well, her channel, I said, make a channel for herself. That way, whatever I don't capture, she does. So that's why we, went through so many channel names.
Mine went through one, changed it to yours to Eastern Boy and mine to Eastern Girl.
Now we used to be D&K Paranormal. Then it went from D&K Paranormal to, like I said, she used to be called Ghost Girl and I was Ghost Boy.
I never
So
knew it used to be called.
then we sort of got out of the paranormal field a little bit, decided to change her name again to do nothing but, basically just adventure stuff. And yeah, I mean, I have a long story in the paranormal stuff, but there's also a reason why I don't do as much of it as I used to. I mean, I'll still do it, but not as much.
Yeah, I get that.
Because it's very dangerous.
Yeah, it can be really dangerous. Do y'all have anything planned or new videos coming up?
Or any videos coming out?
Do we have anything planned or
Do you have
any
anything
videos?
planned?
Well, yeah, I mean, well, it won't be no paranormal stuff. I still later on, I want to work on that later on. Now, Eastern Girl, Kim, she's going to, we're going to contact a friend later on tonight. After his live stream, and we're going to try to set up a little meeting to where we can go to a different town for us to make a video and stuff, and looking forward to that. And like I said, I love history.
Yeah, I do too.
That was probably my best subject.
Yeah, it's definitely my best subject in school.
Oh yeah.
You want to go ahead and get started with stories?
Huh?
You want to go ahead and get started with stories?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do.
Start with some stories there.
Whatever you want to do, Grayson. We're actually, to me, we're honored for you to ask us to be on your live stream. I mean,
Well, I'm glad y'all are here.
you know, it's we really appreciate it.
Well, start with some stories, especially when you grown up. You can
Well,
start
you
off.
know, the story goes is you know, ever since I was a kid, I have experienced paranormal growing up, and you know, but yet I never would have thought in my time in my life that I would go looking for it, or you know, or getting into it, you know, um, because you know, like I said, I've experienced it all my life. Uh, you know, it got to the point where you know, we just want to hear their story, and the you know, but like I said, there's a dangerous part of it. You know, you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know who you're dealing with, and it can get crazy. I mean, it's
I remember,
Yeah, yeah, it can be great. Like I have a story from a few months ago where at a graveyard I got sick. Don't you have a story like that? Don't you?
what's that?
Don't you have a story from a graveyard where you got sick or something?
Well, I caught the effects.
Yeah, that.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
it was the Pottertown
cemetery.
Cemetery. Yeah, I caught the effects. To where they were like three bridge burners that got hung.
There was I did research over that, and it's a very interesting story. The actual story of that I actually read in school this year.
Yeah, I mean it's very interesting.
Mm,
They do have a big plaque, you know, out there besides the cemetery that tells the stories. They also give the locations where the
mhm.
bridges were actually burned
Yeah,
and
but
they were laying. It's
while
Are you
while
talking
we
about?
while we was there, he's saying he felt like he was getting choked.
yeah.
Are you
While we
talking
was
about
there,
Blood?
yeah, that's it. That's
Yep,
it.
there it is.
Um, but while we was there doing the paranormal investigation, you know, I actually had to stop the camera because it felt like I was getting choked.
Mm,
He said
Yeah, I mean,
he said
I started coughing. You know, I couldn't. You know, I had to catch my breath actually. So I was getting the effect. I don't know if it was the effects of their hanging or that one of them was choking me. I don't know. But I do have another, you know, story on top of that one. You know, from the same site. I mean,
from the
they
same
were,
cemetery.
huh?
From the same cemetery.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Ooh.
I do. They were apparently somebody or one of the spirits there attached to either a piece of my equipment or me, followed us home and actually attacked me one day.
I think it was attached to your stuff in your bag because he said when he opened it up that same night, he said he felt something, what, scratchy
No,
or
it felt like something hit my shoulder. And I looked at Kim, I'm like, is something on me? Or, you know, and she looked and she's like, no, I don't see nothing on you. I'm like, well, look again. Well, she looked on my shoulder. There was three scratch marks on my shoulder.
Mm.
So whatever it was,
tactic.
it attacked me. And so basically, you know, I basically had to grab the Bible say a prayer, and I went through the whole house and I saged the whole house towards the front door, ran whatever it was in the house out. And after I'd done that, it was calm.
Marsha asked, "Do you guys say protection prayers before you go to locations?"
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, we also say a prayer. We also uh, tell the spirits that you have to stay there.
Don't be attached to us.
Don't, you can't attach to us. You're not allowed to touch us. You're not allowed to attach to us. You're not, but like I said, you don't know what you're dealing with. I mean, at that cemetery, when we done an investigation, I mean, there was strong energy there,
Mm-hmm.
very strong.
His light shut off about 3 times. Mine did too. I was getting more responses on my K2 meter and the necrophonics more than he was.
And it kept asking for more energy. I mean, it was,
I mean, we had, let me see, at that time we had 1, 2, 3, 4 phones, plus the lights, the K2 meters.
the REM pod was, the REM pod, they will never get close to. It was always communicating through the spirit box or the K2 meter. I mean,
Crazy.
it was crazy. I mean, it was,
Well, you talked about how you felt like you was getting choked, and since there was actually hangings there, I do have a picture of one of the original hangings
wow.
right here that I found.
Yeah, I mean, they wasn't, they were hanged not in that area,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like more eastern of us where they got hung.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was, but yet they were buried there in that cemetery.
Yeah. And the one in the picture that's being hung is Jacob Harmon Jr. And he actually inspired the book. I believe it's called The Bridge Burners.
Right?
And
Yeah.
I actually read that story this year in my English class. And I didn't even know that that was something that I could possibly find, and I found it literally in like 3 seconds. And yeah, just like Dad said, they was hung in Knoxville.
Yeah, they were hung in Knoxville.
Yeah, that's really cool though that you found it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there, like I said, there is so much history out there,
Yeah, a lot of response too.
and I one day I would love to take you guys down there to be able to visit that.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
I would love
showing
to.
pictures here. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, it's not a very big cemetery, but there's like I said, there's so much history because that was actually the area where the Battle of Blue Springs took place.
Oh, it was. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yes, that was actually a Civil War area down there. That it's called Battle of Blue Springs.
Hmm.
So
I mean, the last time we was down there, it was what, well maintenance.
oh yeah, somebody keeps it well maintained. Um, the the video we done of the old Blue Springs Church and cemetery, that's where they like I said in the video, they used the church as a hospital. That was during the Battle of the Blue Springs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, the way what we're talking about in the pictures, that's what it looks like still. Well, like I said last time we was down there, but it's been a good while.
Mm-hmm. I actually just researched a little bit, and it had the battle happened on October 10th in
Yeah.
1863.
Yep.
Yep, happened in Greene County, Tennessee.
That's right.
Yeah.
And actually, on the like I said, on the plaque that they have outside of the cemetery, it will show you the the locations where the bridges was actually burned. So
I would love to see that. That'd be really cool.
yeah, it is. I mean, that's like I said, it's a different outlook to if you go into it just to check it out
Mm.
to where we went to investigate, this location.
Yeah.
I felt like we woke up something that it didn't need to be woken up, and it was it's pretty interesting. But
Mm.
yeah, it's a like I said, it's a well maintained cemetery.
Oh yeah,
They take care of it.
it's really maintained from the images that I found,
Yeah,
and it looks like the battle that you of Blue Springs. It don't seem like any side won. It just says that the Confederates withdrew and the Union just pursued them in the morning.
right.
So yeah, I'm guessing they didn't end on a victory or anything on either side.
No, now I know during the investigation that we done there, um, it came up a name. I can't. I think it was Anna. It was that you got.
I think so. Yeah.
It was Anna, and actually there is a Anna that is buried in that cemetery, and in that cemetery, in the there's like an iron fence or iron gate around the plot where she's at.
Hmm.
But they also kept bringing up Harmon, but the last name's there too. But they didn't say which one, but just said kept saying Harmon.
Yeah, it came up saying Harmon, which Harmon is buried there. The last name.
And they
So
also said it. They were what? Or one of them was a Confederate soldier.
yeah, Confederate soldier.
Hmm. Yes, the one that I showed in the picture, his last name was Harmon.
Yeah.
That's what we was getting through the necrophonics.
Hmm.
It was kept saying that he was his last name is Harmon.
I wonder if his spirit's still roaming around there because he was hung, and he could have. Um,
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a strong feeling
Mom,
that there
there's
was
58 people buried there.
I had a strong feeling there was there's still spirits hanging around there. I mean, like I said, I felt like I was getting choked. Um, something something there was something or someone didn't want us there,
Hmm.
and they kept pushing and everything. And
How many do you think was buried there at that cemetery?
I'm not really sure.
They was 58 people buried there.
58.
Hmm.
58.
Because I know that there some of the headstones we could see, but I know there were some of the plaques you had to look down at.
Oh yeah, there was also certain headstones or plaques. It was like flat. It wasn't full monument. That there was some just buried there in the ground.
Hmm.
Because
So
I still got you still got that video of the
well, we done that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still on my channel.
Well, I didn't know mine because I know it's still on mine.
Yeah, it's still there.
Because like I said on mine, I got more reaction
You
out of
know,
mine than
I told just like I told Grayson, I'm like, you know, uh, anytime anytime he's here, they come through here, or if he's here, I could take them down there and they could look at it. It's very interesting. It's like I said, it's different dinner today compared to night.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I'll be going there in the nighttime.
No.
no, I don't think you want to.
Yeah.
The kind of experience we experienced.
Yeah,
Um,
that video that we done, that was last time we done that nighttime. He said that he's like, he keeps telling me, I don't even want to go back there at nighttime no more. He's like, I know. That's kind of like, it was, I want to say it was creepy. It makes you nervous being doing that at night. It did me because I kept, like I said, getting all that stuff, and it kept, like I said, it kept messing with both of our lights.
Hmm.
So it was like,
Yeah, we've had a lot of experiences like that where we would just be in a cemetery and our camera just completely die.
yeah, and especially, lighting issues.
Yeah.
You know, my light turned off 3 times. Her light turned off 3 times. You know, me being over here, she was over in one section of the cemetery.
well, when
And
we done that, we had a couple extra people with us, so it was
yeah,
a friend and his girlfriend at the time.
but she was over here in one section, in one corner. Well, I was over here by myself, you know, in the other corner, and my light kept shutting off. So I'm there standing there by myself,
In the dark.
and the light was shut off, and I'm in the dark. I'm thinking, okay,
Now I kept hearing him over there in the corner saying, "Well, my light keeps going off," and he's like, "I'm in the dark." It's like, "Well, come over here where I'm at, to where he wasn't in the dark."
well, something kept drawing me over to that corner.
And
So
all this happened at Potter Hill.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
I mean, the friends that was with us, I already done set up the necrophonics, got my K2 meter out. It was going off, and they were hearing everything I was asking, and they were responding just like that. And then Daniel, he's like, well, good. He's like, you're getting a lot of responses. Like I've been getting a lot of responses just standing here with my phone and all the other stuff on top of that tombstone.
yeah, man, it was almost like they had something against me, but they would communicate with her.
Hmm.
Yeah, because like I said, they got attached to his stuff in his bag. He got scratched. They left me alone.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking it was one of the soldiers that attacked me. One of the bridge burners. I think it's one of them that followed us home there at one time, which we don't live there in that house anymore.
Hmm.
Um, but ever since we got out of we don't do paranormal that much. Uh, less things has happened.
Hmm. I think it definitely could have been one of the bridge burners because there was 5 of them that were
Yeah,
given orders from Abraham Lincoln to burn the bridges.
right.
Do you
Yeah,
what soldier do you think it was? If it was, do you think it was Jacob? Because he's like the main one.
I don't know. I that I couldn't answer that. I couldn't answer that. I don't know which one it was.
Hmm. That's a
But
tough question.
they apparently when when, whoever it was that attacked me, apparently they didn't like me. I don't know. So
We went in there as nice as could be. Just told them that we just wanted to talk to them and
yeah, we
get
were
their information. Just wanted, just
hear
not
their story.
information, but just wanted to hear their story.
Hmm.
So
Well,
I got all I got their story, but I guess, like he said, they just didn't like him, so they attached him.
I mean, we were there, we were there with totally respect
Yeah.
to everyone that was late, that was there.
Well, sometimes it might not even be somebody from the cemetery. It could just be an evil spirit that's just roaming, or from something that you brung from something else.
Right. I mean, you never know. I mean, like I said, that's basically why we don't do that paranormal stuff much.
Yeah.
We still will. We will do it, but not as much because, like I said before, you don't know who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with because anything's possible.
Yeah. That's why I don't do a lot of paranormal stuff. I'm more just into the cemeteries and
Right.
historic stories.
Which
You don't think it's from that house, the last one we done in Smoky?
I don't know. No, I don't think it. I don't think it was. Now we we've done a video at a house. It was back in the Smoky Mountains. I think, year ago?
A little over a year ago.
A little over a year ago. Now that was very interesting.
I mean, we went in there. He was about to go in there, and he said there was a bat to come out of above his head out of the house.
I'm gonna let Kim tell you this story.
Go
I can tell you just what I remember of it because I was standing out there on the porch. He was about to go in the house. He said that a bat was coming out up above his head, coming out the door. He goes in the house and he's like, "Did you hear that?" I was like, "What? The growling?"
Growling.
Yeah, it was a bear.
It was like demonic.
It was a demonic growl.
Hmm.
And I was because I was only doing what I was asking because there was a little girl that passed away there.
Mm-hmm. Well, not passed. Well, she passed away
Not too
close
far.
there.
I was gonna say not too far from there. And I was asking questions, and we played back the video, and she said that we heard a response that it was her. But we didn't stay there long because he's like, yeah, let's get out of here because we started hearing the growling and started feeling stuff that wasn't right.
Yeah, I got the feeling that I told her, I'm like, we're going to have to get out of here because I feel like something is surrounding us. Some kind of evil is surrounding us. And after I heard that growl, I'm like, they don't want us here.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot too, the car that we did have. I started looking at the numbers on the odometer. It said 8666, and I forget what the rest of the numbers, but it was 8666 on the odometer.
that wasn't good.
I told him, I said, look at the odometer.
Did y'all
research
the house that y'all was at?
No, we just knew about it and we just went.
Was it abandoned?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean,
it was one of the houses in
but it was one of the houses in the Great Smoky Mountains.
It could have.
This was like maybe over a year ago. Before they
used for, it could have been used for like different Satanist routines and like witches or something. Like there's many things that could have brought negative energy into it, and it just never got out.
Right. I mean, I don't know what really went on there. I mean,
I don't know if we want to find out though.
But all we know is just one of the houses that it was back in
1800.
1800s that people that one of the families lived in, and the little girl was wandered off.
No, she actually, she loved visiting the family that lived there one time. But on up the road from there, she actually died in a house fire,
Hmm.
and I can't remember her name.
What do you know? What year in the 1800s? Because that can tell a lot.
Yeah, we're not really sure.
Not really sure.
Yeah, we didn't really do a whole lot of research on it. We just
Yeah.
went in.
Was it Roaring Fork Trail up there in the Smoky Mountains?
Yeah, it was on
Blue
Roaring Fork.
Bluegrass. If it she asked if it was a Roaring Fork trail. If it was
Yeah, yeah,
it
it
was.
was on that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like I said, it was up there, and
So her name was Lucy then.
Yeah,
yeah,
Lucy.
Lucy.
Because when I meant that reminds me when I mentioned her name, when I mentioned her name, Kim, she caught on her video there at the time, which we don't have these videos anymore,
Yeah,
but she caught it on her video and it said she's come back saying, yeah.
but that house is where I caught that her saying yeah, and we started hearing the growling and the bat coming above his head out of the door, and that's when he looked at me and said, yeah, it's time for us to go. It's like, yeah, let's go, because it was getting dark and it was starting to feel creepy and stuff.
Hmm.
Like I said, something didn't want us there.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like
And
it.
I started having a bad feeling. And I told Kim, I'm like, we're going to have to get out of here before something happens to us. It's
Oh, at least y'all got out of there.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
We
said, I told her, I said, we'll have to stop our cameras, but keep your light on all the way to the car. I mean, it was that
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, but I remember you saying now that that building across from that house, that you seen a shadow
Oh yes,
looking at us.
there's like a small Crest Mill right across from the house, and as soon as we arrived and we get out of the car, or as I get out of the car and go and get our equipment together and all that good stuff. Well, I happened to look at that Crest Mill, and there was a shadow figure, a black shadow figure, standing there at the doorway.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, oh, there's nobody here except for us. So I of course I grab a light and I walk over to that Crest Mill, and I shine my light in there. Of course nobody's there. If I see something like that, I go towards it, and
I don't think
I
I'd be going
shine,
towards
huh?
I don't think I'd be going towards it.
It's just the experience of it. I mean, the curiosity.
Yeah.
You go towards it, and just like anytime I hear a noise, I go towards it.
Hmm.
Well, I shine my light. Like I said, I shine my light in this Crest Mill. There's nothing there. It's done disappeared. But
Mm.
when we pulled up, I get out of the car. It was standing at the doorway of this old Crest Mill. You know, that there really started. You know, it started the total investigation right there.
Yeah.
Which we didn't investigate them, but the Crest Mill, we moved on to the house, but
Marcia said that she actually does have a few videos of Lucy on her channel.
We have to go.
yeah, we'll have to
go check it out.
Yeah,
check that out.
But
But I just wish they haven't.
didn't the videos we had to delete them because forest and that
All the rules changed over in
the
Smoky
Smoky
Mountains.
Mountains.
Oh yeah, like with the national parks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
because the
did
way,
change it.
yeah, and we didn't want to get in trouble and get caught because we had the videos on our channel and stuff like that. So we
Yeah,
got
I
rid
believe
of
it's
them.
like $100 to get a license to be able to film. Me and my dad looked into it a while ago.
Yeah, but I've also heard there ain't no guarantee
Yeah,
that
you're
you'll get,
gonna get them.
you'll be able to get approved.
I haven't even said hey to the chat. Hey, Marcia, how you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
we're
we've
sorry.
been-
and mom.
yeah.
Let me
How you
turn the
doing?
camera back on.
Glad you're here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Where are you actually? Paulding County. Hey, Jana. Hey, Karen. How you doing?
Hello, everybody.
Sorry, I've been trying to pay a little bit to the chat.
Yeah, I mean, this has been awesome. Grayson, he's got me in telling all these stories and everything. It's been fun.
Yep, I was gonna also say years ago at a trailer that we lived at. My first experience, and I don't know how many experiences for him, but we were laying in the bed, and I see this older gentleman in bib overalls, glasses, but he wasn't like I don't want to say an angel type. He was all grayish looking. He had I want to say, one of those suit jackets on. He stood right there at him at the edge of the bed looking at me. Just standing there looking at me, and I told him about it. He's like, why didn't you say anything to him? I said, at that time, I was scared. I closed my eyes, and I closed them like this, just real close, and I opened back up, and he was gone. He's like, why didn't you say something? It's because I was scared. But but I think it was or after that. He had his arm hanging over the bed, and that was the only thing that was hanging on the bed.
Now, hang on a minute before you tell this. I'm gonna let you know. Now, I don't fall out of the bed. I don't roll out of the bed or nothing. I don't fall out of the bed. Carry on.
I was trying to lay there to go to sleep. I had my eyes closed. Like I said, he had his only thing that was hanging over the bed was his arm. I was laying there trying to fall asleep, and next thing I hear is this boom. He got pulled out of the bed, falls on the floor, jumps back up, and goes running from where the bedroom we were staying at to the other end of the trailer, going after a big old orb like this. So he said when he went towards the end to that other bedroom, it disappeared. So he sits in the living room with no lights on, waiting for that orb to come back out. And
Did
it
it ever
didn't.
come back out? No, it didn't.
No, it didn't come back. It didn't come back out. He's like, he sat there for about, I want to say about 15, 20 minutes or more.
Something like that.
And it didn't come back out.
Hmm.
I was
Mom
like, goodness.
my mom actually has a story that actually happened to her a few days ago. Um, she was just asleep and her phone fell, and she woke up and there was just a lady standing there right over her. And then right when she looked at her, she just disappeared.
Oh wow, that's. I mean, that could be from her visiting these cemeteries.
Yeah, that's what she immediately thought, and she prayed over that. Um,
Right.
Nothing else has happened though.
That's that's good. That's good. I mean, as long as nothing else happens, that's very good. I mean, like I said, our experience of going to these cemeteries, and dealing with trying to communicate with the past, the spirits and stuff. That's a different story.
Yeah,
That's like I said, ever since we slowed down on the paranormal, things have gotten better for us. Um, like I say, in my other videos, I basically, I enjoy sharing history
yeah,
and everything, and I think that's where where my channel is leading to, is just sharing history.
yeah. That's where I think I'm going to, because I just like talking about history, and it's pretty easy to find a lot of stuff. Like I found the dude that got hung at the cemetery. Y'all have stories from,
Right.
and it's just fun to do videos over. Like the my last video that I dropped over the suicide murder case thing, that
Uh-huh.
I found that pretty quick too, and it was just a quick, easy, fun video, and it got me pretty good views.
Right.
I mean,
That's
we try to do the videos if it don't feel like we're getting watched or followed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. At times, when we go out and do a video or something, or try to do a video, it feel like somebody's stalking us, somebody
yeah.
watching.
I'll be right back, guys. But
What happened to me at Miller Cemetery? It took me about 2 weeks to film that, but the first day I went there, I usually I get my intro in about 1 to 2 takes. Um,
Right.
but that one, I probably did about 50 intros 50 times, and I could not get it once. And I gave up because I got extremely sick to my stomach. I was getting lightheaded. Uh, I did my intro at that point probably around 100 times. Never even walked into the cemetery. I got sick and I just left eventually.
Wow.
And about 2 weeks later, we finally went back and I was able to get it. But that
That's
was
good.
probably that was probably like my first experience of getting sick at a cemetery like that while filming. And that is where the lady in white is known to roam.
Right.
I'm not sure if y'all watched that video, but she's known to roam there, and people's has said to seen her walking to the cemetery across the road and from the road to the cemetery and stuff like that. So I'm thinking it could be something from her, maybe. But I'm not
Yeah,
really.
because you was probably somewhere, you was probably somebody new that was
Yeah,
there.
and I've been to that cemetery before, and nothing's ever happened to me. But that was the first time something's actually happened to me.
Wow. Well, main thing is, I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. Dad's got sick a bunch of times. Like he's been on the verge of passing out at one of them, and he was by himself.
Wow.
And then yeah, just like he said in chat, he did have a bunch of crazy dreams. I would say one of them, but he's actually going to do a video over one of them that's pretty dang scary, so I won't spoil it. And Karen said she's an empath. Karen, have you had any experiences like with uh, spirits and stuff? I believe Marsha is an empath too.
Yeah, she is.
And I
She
think
was.
he used to be one. Or
Well, I'm more like what do they call it, empath.
what
Yeah,
the
yeah, empath.
So
That's what it's called. I
empath,
just say empath. It's easier.
yeah. That's okay.
because at the house that we used to live at, I mean, he's heard the we used to our dog that we had. I mean, he could hear him barking after he done passed away, and he could hear his paw like his toenails
Hmm.
hit the or on the floor where he's
Hmm.
like walking in there or falling whatever. And we was in the kitchen one night painting the kitchen wall. Well, I was in the living room sitting in my chair, and I hadn't got up yet to get back in there to help him. And he turns around and starts talking.
Yeah.
He starts talking. He thought it was me coming in the kitchen. He's like, "I thought you was in here." I was like, "No." I said, "I'm still in here in the living room." He hears a woman talking to him, so he turns around and responds back.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I turn around and I walk in to the towards the living room, and like I said, I looked at her. I'm like, I thought you was in the kitchen. She's like, no, I've been sitting here the whole time. And I said, well, behind me, somebody walked towards me because I heard footsteps. And I just started talking.
Hmm. Just like Dad said in the chat, we do live close, around 500 yards from the Trail of Tears. Um, actually, from where it began, and we've had a lot of ghost stories in our house and stories that happened to us. Like probably, I want, yeah, around a month ago, I would say a month ago. But we actually do a lot of our filming in our house, doing voiceovers and stuff. And Mom, she was actually filming a video, and she came into my room because it's the quietest part of our house, and she
Right.
shut my door. And my sister, she was gone. Me and my dad was sitting in the living room watching TV, and while she was filming, my door just completely opened. Like it
Wow.
wasn't just a little push open, like somebody twisted the knob and opened it. And
Wow.
I tried to debunk it and all that stuff, because I'm like my mom, I'm a skeptic, and she we couldn't debunk it.
Wow.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
we kind of have a thought of maybe what happened, but the way she says it happened, we can't debunk it.
That's, I just read your mom's comment, it's slung open.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always try to debunk it, Marsha.
I mean, that's what we try to do, when we do the paranormal. Um,
And
we
then, yeah,
try
Dad has seen
actually
shadows.
when we try, when we do the videos on that stuff, we try to bring you guys the real stuff.
Hmm.
We don't try to stage nothing. We don't, whatever else
I
and
honestly think it's
everything.
harder to stage stuff like that than it is just to let it happen normally.
Yeah, I mean, everything you see in our videos, in our late videos when we're doing the paranormal, that's actually real.
Hmm.
There's nothing staged. Uh,
No, because he used to edit his videos a lot through KindMaster,
Yeah.
and whenever I do mine, I just put mine up raw and like it was. I mean, and I still do it unless I have to. If I have a few pictures, I have to do it to my iMovies. But other than that, mine goes up raw. However I see it, everybody else will see it
Hmm.
because I just I didn't delete it or not delete it. I didn't edit none of it. I just let it go.
but us doing YouTube, I mean, either either paranormal or adventure, you know, we're able to do this stuff. And, you know, like I told your dad, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that's not able to see these places.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I do this.
Yeah, I
Other
mean,
Yeah.
than
there's a
me
lot.
just wanting to do it.
Because when he first started the other channel, he done the first video at the old Greene County jail.
Hmm.
He looked at me and says, "Well, maybe you need to start a channel for whatever he couldn't get, I could get."
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I started my channel, was for whatever he couldn't get, I could get. But it seems like I got more on mine than what he did his.
Yeah. So
But
did he like talk you into making a channel?
But what?
Did
did
he?
you talk me into making a channel?
Yeah.
No, I just kind of figured I'd go ahead and start
Well,
a channel.
I basically encouraged her.
Yeah.
Well, my fault.
I encouraged her to come up with her own channel and everything. And, you know, like she said, you know, whatever what I don't get, you know, she might get.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe it's the same place, but it's a different angle
Yeah.
on stuff.
That's what me and
Uh,
Dad did a lot whenever we first begun. Because before this channel, I probably created, shoot, I don't even, like 10 channels, and some of them did all right, but I didn't like what I was doing, and he finally um encouraged me to doing what I'm doing now, and I didn't think I would like it because growing up I
right.
didn't really like cemeteries, and then I just started filming them and fell in love with them, and I guess it's
Well,
done pretty good so far.
well, we enjoy what you do.
Yeah,
Thank
we
I
you.
do.
mean, we enjoy your videos and stuff, and you know, we love watching them, and we'll definitely share them out, brother.
Thank you. I know me and Dad in the beginning we have a few similar videos, but yeah, just like you saying, he did it differently than I did, and I did it differently than he did, and a few of them did better. A few of them on his channel did better than they did on mine. A few of them on my channel did better than his, and you never really know what can happen.
No, I mean, you just put it out there, and you just go from there. I mean, you can't, you know, it's almost like having bad days and having good days.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
like it is with your channel,
That's
and with mine, he can get more views on more on his videos than what mine does.
yeah.
But you know,
Well, it really just depends on how it is,
the
on how
way I look
YouTube
at
Yeah,
it.
wants to do it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I know you're fine. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Grayson.
Oh, well, it really just depends on the YouTube algorithm whether they really want to push it out or not. Like, me and Dad, way over about a year ago when we did our second Confederate Cemetery videos, his video I think got around 300 something views. Mine got 29,000 views, and it was a 20-minute long video. And we really didn't do anything different, except he got 300 and I got 29,000. So it just depends on what YouTube's feeling and how many people was able to find your videos. And the
right.
more people that find your videos and click on it, the more YouTube's like, hey, I'm gonna push this out.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And a big factor is your thumbnails.
yeah, that's the
Hey, how you
way.
doing, Dragon? How you doing?
Hi, Dragon. Bluegrass says I was thinking of changing my channel to Bluegrass Spirits and Adventures.
Oh, that would be. I like that.
Yeah,
change it to what? Bluegrass spirits, and yeah, that'd be awesome.
to Bluegrass Spirits and Adventures.
Bluegrass, are you
Yeah.
still in? Are you still in Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg, or did you go back to Kentucky already? You can just type that in the chat because I know that you was in Pigeons Forge and Gatlinburg. I wish I was in Pigeons Forge and Gatlinburg. Lucky. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're back in Kentucky now. We're about to be heading up to Kentucky. May we're leaving May 8th because I have an archery tournament May 9th. So we'll be up there for about a week in Louisville.
Right.
What other do y'all have any videos planned?
We're thinking about one.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
And
Like I said, I have to get a hold of one of my friends that I used to work with at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And contact her to see if she's free tomorrow. Because if she is, then we'll head towards her way where she's at.
I'm not going to say where, but you'll like it, Grayson. It's part of history.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Marcia said she's 35 minutes from Louisville.
Awesome. If you want to, me and then my dad and mom, we can do a collab together if you like to. You can just send me an email and we can get it set up with us all if you want to. Yeah. I miss
Yeah, that'd be
Gatlinburg too.
great.
Or would if he sent it through text message?
Yeah, text message. You could do a text message of that.
Oh yeah.
I've got your number and your dad's number. So yeah, we try to set it up.
That on the 8th, it's on a day that we'll have off.
And
Yeah, that'd be great.
we're planning on going to Tennessee. So we possibly could do collabs together too.
Right.
Y'all live in Greenville, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yep.
around there. Yeah. I think Greenville's like 200 miles, so it's not too far.
Wow. That's like I said, I told your dad, I'm like, this town here is full of history. Full of it. He also mentioned about the Pottertown Cemetery and stuff.
And plus that cannonball.
Yeah, I want to say
also,
I want to say that cannonball. That would be pretty cool.
yeah,
Is it going through a church? Is that what it was?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually a church that was it was a church that was it was also used as a hospital during the Civil War.
Oh, so it was like like a medical tent type of deal. I did a video of one of those from Chickamauga.
Yeah, they used it as like I said, a hospital.
Yeah, I know what it's called, but I'm having a brain fart right now. It'll eventually come to me.
Yeah.
But there's also behind that hospital or behind that church is also another history building behind that, which we haven't done yet. Which there's actually a hotel that's been named from that, but I'm not going to get into it yet because
You can do a video.
so I like to do a video about it.
Awesome.
So, like I said, there's a lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love anything. I love everything Civil War, both Confederate and Union. It don't really matter to me. So,
right.
I mean, they was all just fun, either because they had to, or because they wanted to, or they just wanted money. They're all veterans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, I respect all of them.
Yeah. And plus, even though you'll obviously lean towards one side or the other because what state you grew up in, you can't really decide because, I mean, you wasn't there during the time of the Civil War, so you don't really know what was going on. Just going based off what's in history books and what's taught to you in school.
Right. Like I said, history was my best subject.
Yeah, mine too.
I loved it.
I know Bluegrass said that would be awesome to all meet in Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be awesome.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Um,
would.
Marsha, have you went to Fox Cemetery? You can say that in the chat because I visited Fox Cemetery about a few weeks ago. That video did really well on my channel. I think got close to 2,100 views. It was an awesome cemetery. Very that's where I cannot even remember his name. Having another brain fart. But there's somebody buried there that was born in 1700s, and he was scalped by Indians on a riverbank. Yeah, yeah, you haven't went there. Well, I definitely recommend you going there because it's awesome and a really nice view of English Mountain. I believe that's what it's called. Good to see you too.
Yeah, good to see you
Oh,
too, Dragon.
yeah, good seeing you. English Mountain is actually over next to, actually in Seville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's where Fox Cemetery is located, around
Yeah,
Severe. It's a I wouldn't. It's not the biggest cemetery ever, but it's pretty dang big. It's
right.
it took me about an hour to get everything filmed, which isn't
Right.
that long, but
We used to go up to Elkmont a lot up there in the Smoky Mountains and do their what is it? The houses that they're redoing that they
mhm.
redone. We used to go up there a lot and do videos up in there.
Hey, Dad.
Hey Frank,
Hey, Frank.
that like I was saying, we used to go up to Elkmont a lot. We done it at night time.
Yeah.
But there's
I'm not
one of
sure
the
if I've
houses.
ever been here.
There was actually a house that we went to up there in Elkmont. We was filming and doing a video, and there was actually a bird hit me in the back of my head. I'm like, really?
It's like, yep.
That's not something you say every day.
No.
No. But what I was saying is that one of those houses you kept hearing footsteps in, and he kept going around the corner into one of the rooms because he thought there was somebody else in there with us, and it wasn't nobody in there but us.
Yeah. Like I said, Grayson, I've got so many stories. Um,
Especially that one I heard a man whisper in my ear saying, as we were entering the house, I was the last one entering in that house, and I looked at Daniel. I said, "Did you hear a man saying hello?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, I did," and he said it right in my ear, saying hello.
it was almost like greeting you, like, you know.
Well, I should have said hello back, but I asked. That's what I looked at him. I said, "Did you hear that man saying hello?" He's like, "No."
That's what I told her. I'm like, didn't you say hello back? I'm like, she's like, no. I'm like, well, you should.
Well,
So I came, I came in the door. I'm like, well, hello,
I was filming.
you know, and I was trying to be, respectful to, greet them back.
I know, but you probably would have looked at me and said, "Who are you saying hello to?" I was like the guy that's saying hello to me. I mean, oh goodness, that some things I
Well, see, at the time, during that time, yeah, they may be a spirit, but you gotta treat them
with
with
respect.
respect
I know.
and
Yeah.
I
and
know.
and everything, and really act like they're really still here,
Hmm.
which they are in spirit. But just show them respect, and they'll show you respect.
Yeah,
So,
and you definitely want them to show you respect. 'Cause
Yeah.
oh yeah,
you're-
definitely. I mean, that's the main thing. I mean, just like you going through your, doing your cemetery videos. You know, I really hate when people goes in and disrespects people's final resting place and vandalize whatever And
Nah, I hate when people vandalize. Like
yeah,
from your bridge
I mean,
video, them vandalizing the bridge. I think that's dumb.
it
What's the
is
point? There's nothing to. I don't understand that.
no idea. I mean, just like in our last video of the covered bridge, why does people have to go in and put graffiti all over history and mark their name and all that good stuff?
Exactly.
Why can't you just be there to look at it?
When I filmed mine, I wanted to get the inside of it, but I really didn't want to show the graffiti
Hey,
because
Betsy.
It's hard to because it's all over the place.
I know, but
And just like my mom just said, somebody called her disrespectful today because she filmed graves. What? Literally all day, we're just going back and forth in our comments with people hating on us because we either film graves, people saying that they don't care, um, and stuff like that. People just don't understand it.
no,
Understand what we're trying to do.
you don't, they don't understand it because
Mm-mm.
of course
Espe-
they're gonna give bad comments either way
yeah.
we goes.
What the hate comments? They don't bother me, but it just the dumb ones, and you don't even all the hate comments I get on my Confederate soldiers videos. Mm. And the only thing that they ever say is calling them a traitor. That's the only thing that they know of.
Yeah, only if we can go in there and say, well, if you don't like it, then don't watch it. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I always. Well, that's what my mom does. Me, I'm 50-50 whether I just remove the comment or not.
yeah, because I think me and Daniels had a couple of them that they put some kind of comment in there that is like, well, he's like, well, go and delete it. It's like, oh, I've done deleted it. He's like, I got the same comment. It's like, well, I mean, we either think they're trolls or
Mm.
whatever.
Well, don't ever let the hate comments bother you because you're gonna get more love than you do hate. Just like everybody in here right now.
Yeah, I mean, if we've only had well, I've had that one I deleted, but he's had the same thing, but I let it go. I mean, if you you come across it, don't comment if whatever.
That's what I do too, bluegrass. That's what I do because they people just think that they want to get on your skin. I've been doing this long enough. I've had so many hate comments. I just laugh at them now.
Yeah, it's
Betsy said
no
she
work.
walked around in cemeteries as a child, paying respects. Awesome.
Yes, and when we do go to cemeteries, we try not to step over where they're laying at. It's like, oops. I tell them when I do that, it's like, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
Yeah, just like Karen said, drama will always be there, no matter what you do.
Yeah,
And I try not to step on their graves either. Sometimes, even though I'm not trying to, it's just unavoidable.
yeah,
It is. I mean, it's especially when you try to capture the name on the headstone.
Hmm.
It's kind of hard not to step on
Yeah,
it.
especially I believe it was called Harmony Cemetery. It was one of my hidden in plain sight videos, but it was so because it was far off in the woods. A lot of this graves was old and it had brush all grew up around it, and they was on these like little platforms that you like step on, and there was trees in them, and there was graves everywhere, and I didn't even see them, and so unfortunately I stepped on a few of them. I couldn't help it. I didn't mean to,
Right.
but yeah, sometimes it's just unavoidable. Trying to get the
It
best
is.
content you can. Yeah,
I
just
mean,
like Dad said at the old Presbyterian. Yeah, all the gravestones there are done for. Yeah, and
okay,
just like Marsha said, you can't tell where they are sometimes.
yeah.
right.
And it's hard. And if they step on them, you don't mean to because you don't know
You
where they're
know?
at.
And for Dad, I took him to this one cemetery that he didn't know about, and he tripped over this one pole and tore up his leg. Didn't even see it.
Wow.
You got the
I mean, even though you don't mean to step on their grave, but yet you're still there with respect.
Yeah.
So,
And a lot of them, if they was alive, they wouldn't. I don't think they'd get mad, even though we don't.
no.
I used
I mean, it's basically, it's actually a good thing because I look at it as you're there to remember them.
Yeah, yeah, that's just what we're trying to do in
Yeah, I mean,
our videos.
you know,
Yeah, and Dad said he was pushed by a spirit.
Frank
and
said,
that's also why I told your dad. I mean, it's great to for you guys to go out there and do this, and because you're remembering of these people that actually roamed the earth.
Yeah,
So that's that's
it's
a good
crazy to
thing.
think about that they had their whole entire life too, and just imagining the years that they grew up in. It's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
but to me, I would love to be able to sit down or be able to stand there and hear their story.
Yeah, I would say that would be cool.
you know, I would love to hear their story of as they was growing up or what they've been through, and
Yeah, I know Mom would definitely like if that was able to be done because she always tries to get, yeah, just like she said, me too. She always tries to get real deep into their history and try to find everything that she can.
I mean that would pretty much take up a whole day because there would be so many stories.
Hmm.
if
Actually a whole year basically. I mean, it was just it'd be amazing. Especially the stories that people that's buried in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh yeah,
I would love to hear their stories.
yeah, I would too. That would be cool. Yeah, and Dad, he got smacked in the back of the leg the other
the
day. That was that at Harm? Was that a what cemetery was that at? I can't remember. I know I wasn't there whenever that happened. I don't even know where I was. I think I was at school.
I mean, before we even stopped doing the paranormal, felt like I've got a cool touch to the hand,
Hmm.
maybe once or twice. You've gotten what?
Yeah, that happened at Mountain View in Chatsworth.
I've gotten caught up in these stories. We haven't really paid attention to the chat.
I'm trying to.
Ours
Yeah.
has been followed by negative spirits. That's scary.
Yeah.
I know my mom the other day she got real sick at the cemetery and had to leave
Wow.
while
That-
her and dad was going while her and dad was filming, and that was actually the day where she seen that figure, that woman standing over in the bed. That actually happened the night
mhm.
after they went to that cemetery,
Something's
which
got
is crazy.
some say that she probably got attached to her and followed you guys home.
Hmm. Yeah, that could have been what it was, but she ain't seen it since. So hopefully that's not what it was.
Well, I mean, just like I commented in that one video your mom done, it was like it was either like a tall headstone or a
Hmm.
monument, but you could see faces in it.
Yeah. Is that the one at Center Valley Cemetery?
To be
I
there.
believe it is.
Yeah.
It,
We've all done videos over that, but if you want like an actual backstory, Dad would definitely be the one to go to for that because he's the one that grew up all around these cemeteries around here. She said it's the one at Eton.
yeah. Uh, which your dad is he sent me a video of where he was filming a cemetery, but yet he said he felt like something was watching him,
He's had a lot of experiences like that.
and it was he said it was like a small girl that was watching him, and I watched the video, and I told him, I said there were many spirits that was actually watching. I mean, they were all around her too.
hmm
So that's pretty creepy.
Your dad commented said I have four burial lots beside my brother. They were passed down to me. They're further apart.
Yeah, well, he does have burial lots next to his brother Anthony. Uh, now what was it like four altogether, or what was the one that you was saying where the tree used to be? Because there you right behind Anthony where he's buried, there used to be a big tree that used to stand there, and he actually does have a story about that too, about the pictures that was taken at at Anthony's funeral, about the tree not being there. I would say all that, but I'm gonna let him talk about that whenever we get him into one of these live streams
Right.
with my mom.
Um, I was
Him.
gonna say that say this when my dad passed away in 2020. My
hmm
dad's wife, she was telling us that their dog would lay in the bedroom when she was in the bedroom, either laying there reading a book or something,
hmm
and the dog would lay there, look towards the closet because it was almost like I guess there was somebody in the closet standing there. I guess it could have been my dad,
hmm
but she just said that the dog would just lay there and stare at the closet.
That's scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden let me see, their old next door neighbor, she would say something that my dad would come to visit her and just stand there, and she'd have to ask her, well, what was he saying anything to you? She said that he was just staying there, letting her know that he was there. He's like, she'd be asking her, why would he come visit you and not me? I think she said she was part Indian, but she's like, well, I guess he's all over the place, bouncing around. But like I said, their dog would lay there on the bed and look towards the closet, looking towards that way. I guess letting her know that there was somebody in the closet area.
Yeah, I
I
believe
said,
it
well,
is known that dogs are able to see spirits, just like supposedly babies are able to see spirits and stuff like that. So possibly the dog could have been seeing something.
yeah. I was like, well, he's visiting y'all. I was like, in the last 4 or 5 years, I said he ain't come to see me none. But
That also reminds me, back when we was down there in Cherokee in North Carolina, we stopped at the visitor center. Well, nobody was there.
Like nobody was
Well, nobody was there at the visitor center.
there. Hmm.
Like free parking place. And I told him, like, I'm not sure which direction to go while I was down there. And all of a sudden, now I do believe this, the spiritual Indians. Well, there was an Indian that showed up while I was standing there, and I asked him the question of which direction I needed to go. Well, he told me. Then we just hung out there for a few minutes. He walked around the corner of the building, and I had another question I asked him. Well, when I went to follow him and went around the corner, he wasn't there.
Wow.
Yeah, that was so crazy. I came back around the corner, looked at Kim. I'm like, he's not here. Where did he go?
What visitor center was it again?
It was I can't think of the name of it.
Was it in Tennessee?
No,
it was in
North Carolina.
North
it
Carolina?
was
Ooh.
it was
There-
over there in not Hot Springs. You go to
This was in Cherokee.
Cherokee, but I forget what it was, but I remember he told us which way to go, and and now he looked at me. He's like, "Do you see where he went to?" He's like, "No, I don't remember." He just disappeared just like that. And it's like, yeah, he's
Yeah,
spirit.
that-
He was like a spirit guide.
that was
I'm sure
crazy.
yeah, that does. I'm sure my dad could probably research and find out maybe what happened there because he practically grew up in North Carolina. And I know
But see,
we're part
because
Cherokee.
That's what.
that's why I told you that. I'm part
Mm.
Cherokee.
Yeah.
He's part Cherokee.
So
I'm sure almost everybody around here and through Tennessee is maybe around, but just about everybody's part something like that.
oh yeah.
Well, I'm not from Tennessee. I'm from Indiana.
Are you part Cherokee or anything?
No,
You're not.
let me see. On my mom's side, she done what in history. I've got on both sides Irish, French. Let me see. I've got 1% Asian. I've got 1%. Let's see. I got 70% British.
Hmm.
I've got let me see, 1% Scandinavian.
Never heard of it.
I ain't either, but I tell everybody I'm half free, but I don't have no Indian in me nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad said, yeah, his great great grandma, which is my third great, was Cherokee, so she's where we get our Cherokee from. And then and his grandpa on his dad's side was born on an Indian reservation. And Marcia says my dad's side Cherokee, mom's side's Apache.
Apache.
Yeah, Apache.
I was born on the reservation. You just found out your brother told you that it was your Apache on your dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're like Apache on my side.
Not Apache, Cherokee.
No, Cherokee.
My fault, I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You get me all screwed up.
I said sorry, daggone it.
It's Cherokee.
So you're part Cherokee too. And we live just like I believe I did say it before, we do live around 500 miles from where the Trail of Tears started. And because we have seen a lot of stuff in our house, I'm pretty curious if we're on an Indian burial ground.
Oh wow.
That would be pretty interesting to try to find
Yeah,
out.
it would.
Because a lot of stuff with the Native Americans happened around here. With Chief Fan, that's what it is. The Chief Fan house. I talked, like no, I don't, 500 yards. That's what I'm at. 500 yards.
Your mom's saying not 500 miles. It's like 2 miles.
Eh, roughly like that. It's right on the road.
May have to do an investigation on that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting because I know I talked a little bit about Chief Fan in my Moravian Cemetery video when he donated the land for that. But that would be, we do plan on going there. Maybe either this month or maybe next month, and maybe plan on going to the Chief Fan house. And just like my dad said, his Aunt Grace is a country music singer. We're Ronnie Millsap is our cousin. Little fun fact. And Grace was his grandma's
Ronnie
sister.
Millsap.
Yeah.
I said my Aunt Grace is country music singer's Ronnie Millsap's biological mama.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that makes Ronnie Millsap our
That's
cousin.
awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Hmm. A lot of people don't believe that, but my dad kind of humbled his classroom when he was in school, when he was doing a project over Ronnie. Oh
Your
shoot!
dad wants to.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. I didn't even notice that. Well, I would stay on here and yap a little bit longer, but I got tennis practice tomorrow because we're going to state Monday, so I think we'll have to end it here. That was
All
fun.
right. Oh yeah, this has been fun. It's been great. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Telling the stories. And I want to say also sorry guys that we didn't get to the chat, or I didn't.
We
And
didn't.
Yeah, I tried to get to the chat the best we could.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like I said, it's been an honor for you having us on here, Grayson,
Of
and
course, I'm glad
we've
you're
had
here.
fun.
No, yeah,
And
we're definitely gonna do this again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We need it. We need to do this again.
Yeah, yeah, this was real fun. It was
Your
pretty.
dad said. Your
All
dad said I wasn't telling you to get off. Your words was going crazy, laugh out loud.
oh yeah, I know. Yeah. That's
well,
just
you need to
that's
get
just me.
rested up for your next day and
The
Yeah.
match. Yeah.
for your match and everything. So
Well, I'm glad y'all joined me today. It was
yeah,
fun.
no problem, no problem. We enjoyed it. Like I said, it's been it's an honor.
Well, good night, everybody. I'll see
We,
y'all
lo-
later.
we love you too, guys. Beans and taters,
Let me
Frank and everybody.
turn the camera back on. Thank you guys.
Trying to go this way, sorry.
Thank you, Racing.
All right, bye, everybody. Play a little
All
outro
right,
music.
bye.
If it would play. There we go.
Have a great night, everybody.
Night, Carson.
Good night.